Assalamu alaikum everyone. How are you all?
Salam, fine, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum Assalam, ma'am.
Walaikum Assalam, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I think we should wait for like 2 minutes more. I can see like many more girls are still joining here. Within 2 minutes, we'll start this session. Okay.
Okay. क्यों? Amrin, mute.
Okay, so now we'll begin with the session. Okay. So in yesterday's class, we have seen about planning functions of management, planning definitions we have gone through with, and steps in planning. The steps in planning are establishment of objectives, establishment of planning premises, choosing of the alternative course of action, and formulation of derivative plans, securing cooperation, and follow-up or appraisal of plans. Now, next we have proceed with characteristics of planning. The first one is planning is goal oriented. The next we have seen the planning is looking ahead. Now, the next after that we have seen planning is an intellectual process. Now we'll start with planning involves choice in decision making. Planning essentially involves choice among various alternatives. Therefore, if there is only one possible course of action, there is no need planning because there is no choice. Thus, decision making is an integral part of planning. A manager is surrounded by a number of alternatives. He has to pick the best depending upon requirements and resources of the enterprise. So, what this means here over here is planning involves choice in decision making. See your choice of alternatives. Okay, as we have seen about the alternative in the yesterday's class, what were the alternatives available? When there is an alternative, when there is an alternative, you will go according to that alternative and uh, proceed. Like, okay, you will process the things, you will follow up the procedures for all the alternatives. After that, you will see that whether you want to go through that alternative or not, decide according to that alternative or not. But if there is no alternative available, okay, then there is no choice available. Okay, you have to follow that only. You have to proceed with that. If there are alternatives available, you will plan according to that alternatives. Then next is decision making is an integral part of planning. Integral part. What do you mean by integral part, goals? Yes, what do you mean by integral part?
Which is connected to so many things, which
Internal
leads
part.
so many things.
Integral. Important, we can say.
Integral means multiple like that. So we can say main part of planning.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Now
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
audible, ma'am.
Okay, fine. I guess there is some issue from my side. Okay. So, what's the integral part? We were discussing about the integral part. What was that
Important
integral
part.
part?
Necessary,
Complete the whole.
very
Multiple. So we can say most important part of planning.
Exactly. So, do you think that in decision making is the important part in planning? In planning of the
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
Yes.
yes. A manager is surrounded by number of alternatives. So if a manager is there with a number of alternatives, he has to pick the best one. Okay. He has to pick the best depending upon what? Depending upon requirements and resources of the enterprises. So this is about the choice and decision making. Planning according to choice and decision making. Now the next is planning is the primary function of management. Yeah. Hello, am I audible, girls? Is my voice audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay, so planning is the primary function of management at the what? It because it lays foundation for other functions of management. It serves as a guide for organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. All the functions of management are performed within the framework of plans laid out. Therefore, planning is the basic or fundamental function of management because, as we discussed, that planning is what the first and the primary function of management. Okay, it lays the foundation of functions. Okay, it lays the foundation to other functions of the management, and it serves as a guide for what? Guide for the other functions. That is organizing, staffing, directing, and
Holistic.
controlling. Yeah, because first planning is starting. Okay, then next after plan, then next what we will do? We will organize the thing. Then
Yes, then
staff
staff.
accordingly, and then direct
Direct.
and control according to the plan. So it is the basic foundation of functions of management. And all functions of management are performed within the framework of plans laid out. Therefore, planning is the basic or fundamental function of management. Next, planning is a continuous process. Planning is never-ending function due to the dynamic business environment. Plans are also prepared for a specified period of time, and at the end of that period, plans are subjected to revaluation and review in the light of new requirements and changing conditions. Planning never comes into end till the enterprises exist issues. Problems may keep cropping up, and they have to be tackled by planning effectively. So, what does this mean? Like, what do you mean by this? Just now, what I have read the points. What do you mean by this?
Plans can be
Plans does
upgraded
not
due to
end.
situation.
It continuously runs. Planning process
Will
takes
get
place
updated.
every
they are
time.
one after the other.
If one
Yes.
planning is
And one
complete,
after the
another
other issue
planning,
will come. So we have to continuously plan for each issue
everything.
according to
Yes. So it's a continuous process, right? It's a continuous process. It goes on working continuously. We have to plan continuously. We have to plan it according to the changes, okay? According to the changes in the environment of business. And what else? Plans are also prepared for a specified period of time. And at the end of that period, plans are subjected to evaluation. Okay, fine. For a specified period of time, for a specified function, plan is being prepared. And after that period or after that function of the plan, it's been again reevaluated and reviewed in the light of new requirements and changing conditions. According to the changing conditions, you will be changing your plan. Okay, you will be reevaluating your plan. Plan never comes into end till the enterprises exist issues. It never comes into end till why? Because there is some existing issues, problems, and that may be cropping up. Okay, that may be cropping up the environment. That may be cropping up the environment working conditions. Okay, so according to that, plans have to be changed. Plans have to be formulated. It gets changes over here. Yes, girls, is it clear until today, until yesterday's definition till today? All the points are clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Planning is all pervasive. It is required at all levels of management and in all departments of enterprise. Of course, the scope of planning may differ from one level to another. The top level may be more concerned about planning the organization as a whole, whereas the middle level may be more specific in departmental plans and the lower level plans implementations of the same. So, planning is pervasive. What do you mean by pervasive?
Spread.
Spreading
And
to
what?
every part.
Yeah.
Scattered.
Yes, as we have seen that it is required in all levels of management. So it's spreading. It's been spreading through one door to another door. Like what are the levels of management?
Top level, middle level,
Top
lower
level,
level.
middle level, and lower
And,
level.
and low level.
Exactly. And the plans are and the plans are getting resoluted. Do you remember the scalar chain? The scalar chain?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, scalar chain. In scalar chain, what happened? The ideas, the knowledge, and the skills and all the decisions and all are being passed from one level to the another level, right?
Yes.
They
Yes,
are being
ma'am.
passed exactly. So the
From the
planning is what?
administrative to
Yes, from
administrative level to
low level.
low level.
Exactly. So this planning is all pervasive, means it's being passed from one level to the another level. It's being passing to the levels. So it's required at all levels of management and in all departments of enterprise. Of course, it's the scope of planning. Of course, the scope of planning may differ from one level to another. But the top level management the top level may be more concerned about planning the organization as a whole. See, top level is considered as planning for whole, whereas the middle level may be more specific in departmental plans. Top level controls all the plans, but middle level only in the departmental plans, and the lower level plans implementation of the same. Lower levels follows. Lower level means the executive follows the plans for the both the levels, that is top level and middle level. Is it clear, girls, with the pervasive?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Planning is designed for efficient. While speaking, like having concentration on others, just put your mic on mute. Planning is designed for efficiency. Planning leads to accomplishment of objectives at the minimum possible cost. It avoids wastage of resources and ensures adequate and optimum utilization of resources. A plan is worthless or useless if it does not value the cost incurred on it. Therefore, planning must lead to saving of time, effort, and money. Planning leads to proper utilization of men, money, material, methods, and machines. So the next one, the second last characteristic is what about? It's about the design. That planning is designed for efficiency. Efficiency means what? Like smooth running. Okay, it works very efficiently. Like progressively, it develops and it works more efficiently. So planning leads to accomplishment of objectives. Once you have planned, it leads to accomplishment, means working upon or getting these standards for your objectives at the minimum possible cost. And it avoids wastage of resources. Once you have planned, you will not waste any resource. You know what you are working for, what you are planning for, how you are doing, who will do. Accordingly to that, no resources are being wasted and ensures adequate and optimum utilization of resources. A plan is worthless or useless if it does not have the value, it does not value the cost incurred on it. It's useless and worthless if it does not have the cost for it, okay, cost of working for it. And therefore, planning must lead to saving of time, effort, and money. So if you plan, there will be saving of every utilization, okay, like every other utilization like money, material, men. Therefore, planning leads to proper utilization of men, material, methods, and machines. The next one is planning is flexible. Planning is done for the future. Since future is unpredictable, planning must provide enough room to cope with the change in customers' demand, competition, government policies, etc. Under changed circumstances, the original plan of action must be revised and updated to make it more practical. So it's flexible means it can be changed, it can be modulated at any time. Yeah, it can be changed and it can have some modifications under that. Because future is unpredictable, but there is a room of scope for the plan that it can be changed. Okay, it can be changed according to what? According to changes in customers' demand, competition, or according to changes of government policy. Yeah. Under changed circumstances, the original plan of action must, okay, under changed circumstances, how it will be changing, the plan of action must be revised and updated and make it more practical. So is it clear with the characteristics? The characteristics are planning is goal oriented, looking ahead, it's an intellectual process, it involves choice and decision making, it's the primary function of management, it's a continuous process, it's all pervasive, it is designed for efficiency, and planning is flexible. Is it clear with all the
Flexible.
8 characteristics?
Yes.
And for this
Yes,
flexible, we
ma'am.
can say planning is like plan B also, na? After plan A.
We can say it like
Means we can change to
alternative.
plan B like that, na?
We can talk about no.
Yeah,
It's not like
alternate.
that. Yeah, it's basically suitable for the alternatives. See, plan B is something new, some new plan. But plan is
Okay.
But
flexible means
here is
particularly that plan
some
has been
changes.
changed. Yeah, some changes according to the requirements. Okay?
Upgradation or something
Anything is
or
not getting
implementing
fit, so
Ma'am,
we
your
can
something.
voice
change
is
the plan
breaking.
according to the situation.
Yes, exactly, like that only. Yeah, am I audible? Am I clear? Is my voice still breaking?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am,
No,
you're
ma'am.
clear.
No, ma'am,
Yes.
it's not breaking.
Okay. So flexibility means plan के अंदर ही आप changes ला सकते हो. That alternative is
One
what you're
plan.
talking about, plan B. Okay, like alternative course of alternative action. ठीक है, पूरा प्लान ही चेंज हो जा रहा है उसमें. फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इज समथिंग दैट प्लान्स जो बनाए हम उसको फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी उसको ही चेंजेस करने को फ्लेक्सिबल बोलते हैं.
Yes.
Yes, understood.
ओके. ठीक है, चलो उसको और इजी वे में समझाती हूँ. लाइक देयर वाज एन एग्जांपल गिवन लाइक it's gets suitable like it should be like goal oriented or it will just be something. Just wait, it was here. Yeah, goal oriented. Can you see this example? Maruti Udyog is trying to capture once again Indian market. So they are launching diesel.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, diesel models. So diesel models, like they will see according to the customer requirement. From the low level category, from the top level category to the low level category of people, they will change it. Okay, because they are not changing the diesel model plan. They are not changing the diesel model plan, but they are changing the plan according to the low level or high level category of people who will go according to this diesel models. Those may be very expensive models, but they make sure that every other category of people are acquiring it. Okay, it's just an example I'm giving of flexibility.
Ma'am, can we take the example of China products?
China products.
Yeah, because a real suppose a Realme phone worth is 7,000 at present. So if we'll buy in some China product, no, then that same model we are getting, and that company is named as Infinix, and it is less expensive when compared to that Realme that which is having 7,000.
That's not Infinix, I guess. That's the MI, I guess. MI 10i, which being exactly matching to the Redmi 9 Pro. See, no, we are talking about one organization plan. This is like international level you are talking about. International market, global market.
Okay.
Within
This
the organization
flexibility
level.
we are talking, this flexibility or this changes and all within, we are talking about one organization, one particular organization may opt for,
The
yeah,
goal.
only one organization may opt for this characteristics, like there may be working like working environments may be different for each and every in organization, but these are the characteristics one should keep in mind. So that what you're talking about comes at the international level, that comes in the competition for the sale and all. if they are if they are like producing another level, okay, they are producing another product with same features and all, that comes in the like that comes in the competition for the market. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, understood.
Okay. Now moving ahead, the next topic, I'll upload the presentation here. Okay, so moving ahead, we have the next topic, that is types of plan. We can classify planning on the basis of following dimensions: organizational level, focus, and time period. According to organization levels, what are the plans? Organization level plans are corporate plans, divisional plans, functional planning. On according to the focus, what plans are there? Strategic plans, operational plans, tactical planning. And according to time period, how the plans are there? Long range plan, medium range plan, that and short run. This is the long run, medium run, and short run. Okay. So we'll see according to the dimensions what are the different types of planning. The first one is levels of planning, that is organizational levels of planning. That includes your corporate plan, that is top level. And the next is divisional plan, that is the middle level, and sectional plan, that is the lower level. So first is the organizational. According to organizations, what different levels of planning are there? And the first one, we have corporate planning, that is the top level management. How the top level management plans, okay, in an organization. Corporate planning may be defined as a systematic and comprehensive process of planning, taking into account of the resources and the capability of the organization and the environment within which it has to operate, viewing the organization as a total corporate unit. Corporate planning is strategic in nature and it covers entire spectrum of organizational activities. It lays down the basic objectives, policies, and strategies for the organization as a whole. It usually covers a long period of 5 years or even more than this. So, what's the corporate planning? Is the systematic and comprehensive plan taking into account for what? For the resources and the capability of the organization and the environment. How your available resources will be worked according to the environment of the organizations. Keeping in mind, at the top level management create plans, or they create some authorities for having the objective goals, within which it has to operate, viewing the organization as a total corporate unit. According to the resources available and according to the working environment in the organization, the top level will plan according to it. It covers the corporate unit as whole. Corporate planning is strategic in nature and it covers entire spectrum of organizational activities. So it's strategic. It's strategic in nature. Strategic means which follows rules and regulations. It may have some policies in it. It may have some rules and regulations in it, which covers the entire spectrum of which covers all the unit of organization's activities. Okay, from the top level to the low level, it controls all. See, those rules and regulations, those strategies which we are discussing now, with that strategies, that policies covers all the rules and regulations working under the top level management. Whatever the authority is being given by the top level is known as strategic authorities, okay, or the strategic decisions. That strategic decisions are to be followed as rules and regulations by entire organizational unit. That is, middle level and low level management have to follow according to that strategies. It lays down the basic objectives. See, those strategies or those conditions lay down the basic objectives, that is policies and strategies for organization as a whole. It usually covers a long period of 5 years or even more than this. So it covers the that planning, that working environment or strategies and all. It covers how much period of time. It covers 5 years or more than that period of time. Corporate planning provides for future contingencies and attempts to match the organizational resources with opportunities and threats in the external environment. Plans at corporate level are formulated by the top level managers and they integrate various divisional and functional plans of enterprise. So it is what it is ready for future contingencies and attempts to match the organizational resources with the opportunities. So those plans, those corporate level plans are ready for what future contingencies, future changes, okay, or future circumstances. We can also say it includes in that, and attempts to match the organizational resources, and also how your organizational resources should operate that covers in the corporate plan with the opportunities and
Can you
see
please?
with the, yes,
Actually, your voice is
hello,
too low, ma'am. Hello.
yeah,
I
hello,
think it's
can't
your
you
side.
hear me?
It's normal.
Hello, girls. Why is this confusion here? What happened?
Ma'am, your voice is low, ma'am. So I'm saying that can you please be loud?
Maria, it's clear. It's your side.
Listen, Maria, like I guess you have joined just now. There may be some network issues from your side, ma. Like switch your mobile to the airplane mode. Then join the session.
Okay, ma'am, I'll do so. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. You were
Yes,
and
ma'am.
So basically, we are talking about the corporate planning, how the corporate structure will plan, that is the top level they plan and how they will make that plan so accurate that each and every organization departments are ready to accept that plan and they will implement that plan in future. And see, the plans at corporate levels are formulated by the top level manager and they integrate various divisional and functional plans for the enterprise. So these are being formulated by top level managers, okay, and they are integrated by various divisional and functional plans of enterprises. Now, moving ahead, we have divisional planning, that is the middle level plans. And divisional planning relates to a particular department or division. Thus, it sets the objectives, policies, and programs of a particular division or department in tune with the corporate plans of the enterprise. See here what this statement shows here, that it relates to particular department or division, like middle level management. Or do you remember once I explained the middle level management acquires what first? Who are the managers there? Like top level
Executory
managers are
managers.
the top level managers. And for the middle level, who will be there?
Executory
Do you
managers.
remember?
Executory managers. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
audible?
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am, you are.
Executive managers.
Yeah, hello. So I asked that, like, do you remember about the middle level management? Like,
Yes.
who are the persons in the middle level management?
Departmental managers.
Managers.
Yes, branch and the departmental managers, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So what this division planning is, it's according to the particular department or division. Then it set the objectives. See, working of this middle level management, it set the objectives and rules and regulations which are directed from top level management, okay, or which are in tune with the corporate plans of enterprise. See, this top level management is what they are setting the rules and regulations which every department is to follow, right? And again, middle level management are making such strategies which are in tune, which are in one line according to the top level management. Okay,
Connected.
they are not creating new rules and regulations. They are creating the same rules and regulations from where? From the top level management only. Is it clear with this point? The divisional head and the middle level managers are responsible for divisional plans. For instance, financial planning is the responsibility of finance manager and sales budget is the responsibility of marketing manager. So for instance, these department managers or the departmental managers are responsible for running of these plans. Okay, and the example is being given that financial planning is responsibility of finance manager and sales budget is the responsibility of marketing manager. So, like this, departmental managers are working according to what? According to the rules and regulations set by the top level management. Is it clear, girls? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Ma'am.
So, in levels of planning, we have going through with it corporate plan and the divisional plan, that is top level and middle level. Now,
The
the next
middle
is
level.
sectional planning, that is lower plan. Sectional or unit planning is highly specific as it is done to achieve the divisional objectives. Its focus is to lay down detailed plans for a particular unit for day-to-day guidance for personal working. The first line managers are responsible for developing plans for the unit in the light of divisional plans. Such plans are more specific and detailed as compared to divisional and corporate plans. So, see, corporate plans, top level management set some rules and regulations which every entire organizational unit have to follow. Same divisional planning, and the divisional managers are setting rules and regulations which are related or which are lined up with the corporate level planning. Now, the sectional planning, what happened? The guidance is given here to follow up the both level plans. Okay. See, as it's done to achieve the divisional objectives. Now, in the sectional one, what happened? The lower level focuses on the working activities through the divisional heads. What the divisional heads have given the activities or the plans and all, the sectional level, the low level management works on it. Its focus is to lay down detailed plans for a particular unit by day guidance. Okay, like day by day guidance, personal insight. Do you remember the low level management? What it happens there? Sectional manager will be there, right? Sectional manager will be there. They will be giving a personal insight to the workers working in it. Yes, girls, remember the
Yes,
point?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So the
First
first line,
line managers.
they are the first line managers. Those are responsible for developing plans for the units in the light of divisional plans. In the light of divisional plans means according to rules and regulations settled by divisional plans. This low level management makes them follow this. See, it's nothing new. It's the types of plan.
like how working strategies are being settled here, we are discussing. It's same interrelated to the low level, top level, and middle level management, what we have discussed. Okay, there is nothing new, but we are discussing how they are planning, how they are making the rules and regulations working in flow of the each and every department. Okay, there is nothing new in this topic. So the first line managers are setting some rules for developing this unit wise plans. Okay, and they make the executives work according to that. So such plans are more specific and detailed as compared to divisional and corporate. Why as compared to divisional and corporate? Because they are just setting the rules and regulations which the executives have to follow. But who is responsible? The first line managers or the sectional managers are responsible for day by day guidance according to that followance of this sectional and divisional टॉप लेवल एंड मिडिल लेवल मैनेजर्स के जो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस होते हैं उसको फर्स्ट लाइन मैनेजर्स फॉलो अप करवाते हैं एग्जीक्यूटिव से. ओके, so these are the things involved in the levels of planning according to their organizational level, that is nothing but the top level, middle level and the low level. The next one is focus of planning. Strategic planning. Now, how the focus will be there upon the planning. Strategic plan is the process of deciding objectives of the organization and determining the manner in which the resources of the enterprise are to be deployed to realize the objective in the uncertain environment. So, strategic plan. They are making plans here in both types of circumstances, that whether the environment is working very good, how without any effect the environment should work according to the strategies and all, and the next, the resources that are to be deployed to realize the objectives in the uncertain. See, uncertain or certain events में और uncertain or certain environment में कैसे management के policies, rules and regulations effectively work करें, वो रहता है focus of plan here in the strategic plans. A strategy represents the general direction of the organizational efforts. It is the way in which the management choose to utilize the organization resources to reach its objectives. What is the strategy? It represents the general direction of organizational efforts. Whatever the organization has been planning, the direction is being given through the strategies and policies. It is the way in which the management choose to utilize the organization resources. This is the way being settled. Okay, there are numerous ways. This is the first way according to which the management chooses the organization resources to reach its objectives. It involves a multilateral relationships among the organizations. What is the multilateral relationships between? Yes, what are the multilateral relationships? Yes.
The relationship between employees and the
The
manager.
relationship between the
Employees and
managers
manager.
and the employees.
Workers.
And, yeah, and within the organization means within the organizational levels means top level, middle level and the low level. Within this working environment, within this working enterprise, working executives are there, the relationship of those working executives, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. So it's what it involves a multilateral relationship among the organization, its resources and the environment. Strategic plans are made by the top management of the firm after taking into the account firm's strength and weakness in the light of internal and external environment. So these plans are settled according to what? Taking into light of firm's strength. Firm's strength and weakness means working executives or the working employees in your environment according to their selection, according to the hierarchy. Do you remember the hierarchy?
Abilities, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, according to the ranking levels, they are the strategic plans for each and every department. Top level management means top level managers, workers will be there. Their working requirement is something different. Their skills are something different. Middle level management means branch managers,
Problem solving.
departmental managers.
Departmental manager.
Yeah, so their working skills, their working requirement is something different. Low level management, they need some guidance. In that also, there are some people who need some requirements, who need some developments and all. So this is this strategy. Okay, this is the strategy according to the department they are setting, and according to the firm strength in those department they are making the plans. Is it clear, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So we'll start with attendance. Shalibanda branch girls, raise your hand. Shalibanda branch girls. Riba Fatima, Habibunisa Begum, Juveria, Rubina Fatima, Ruxar, Sadia,
Juveria.
Samira Fatima, Sufia Hussain, Zainab Riaz. You girls are not raising your hand. It's time for attendance now.
Ummehani mute.
Zainab Riaz, raise your hand for attendance. Rubina, Juveria Sultana, and Habibunisa.
You say you love me, I say you crazy. We're nothing more than friends. You're not my lover, more like a brother. I know you since we were like 10. Yeah, don't mess it up, talking that shit. Only gonna push me away, that's it. When you say you love me, that made me crazy. Here we go.
Including Habibunisa, it is 44, ma'am.
Yes, it's 44. Okay. Now it's turn for Malakpet branch girls. Raise your hand. Atika Tabassum from Malakpet branch. You didn't raise your hand. So it's 13 including Atika.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So by this, like for today's session, we'll just wind it up. We'll just today I'm just winding up 5 minutes before because there's some issues I may facing here. I just tried enough possible for making this work and for this class. Like there are some tech issues from my side. So inshallah we'll cover the next of the topics tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Jazakallah khair. Allah Hafiz.
Yes, ma'am. Jazakallah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Jazakallah khair.
Okay. Jazakallah. Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz, everyone.
Allah Hafiz, ma'am.
We're just friends. So don't go look at me with that look in your eye. You really ain't going nowhere without a fight. You can be reasoned, but don't be impolite. I told you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 times. Haven't I made it obvious? Have you made it clear? Want me to spell